Well, welcome back folks. We're going to use the two horizontal surfaces to demonstrate two water-based products, and the first water-based product is Departure, and we'll apply to this surface here. Now this is in a squirt bottle. This product can either be used wipe on with a cloth in the manner that this is going to be used, or it can be used just like Chemleys 2191. You can use it in the same way. We've put it in a squirt bottle because this is one option that is recommended. So we're going to show you that we get the same result whichever method we use. So we squirt an even coating, as even as possible, onto the surface, and we're going to wait a few seconds. How many? About 30. And that should be evenly distributed on the surface. There is some puddling there, but it doesn't matter. We want to leave it long enough so that it kind of takes onto the surface. Then we're going to take the wipe off cloth and virtually just spread it around. It looks very crude, but this is the way the product has been developed. It wets the surface well by itself. So now we're just going to mop up the excess with a dry cloth. And just keep turning the cloth, presenting a dry surface. And we should end up with a nicely even distributed film. And if not, we can correct it when we do the second coat. It doesn't really matter. It's a very crude way of applying the product, but very effective. I can feel that the surface has slicked up quite well. So there we have a nice even coat of Departure. Now we're going to use the 2191 in the same way. Effectively, we're going to put a film on the surface and then just mop it off as it starts to dry. The difference being is we're going to wipe and spread the product around. So again, as we've done before, fill the cloth with product, try and make sure none drips on the floor. Don't get any product back into the container. Cap the product very lightly, saturated cloth, and wipe around the surface. This may behave a little bit differently. This may start to bead up. It may not. Depends how it responds to this prepared surface. But we're going to do the same thing as we did with the Departure. We're going to let it dry for a few seconds. Keep looking at the film. I mean, with it being water-based, either Departure or this, we can actually spread the product over a larger area if we want to, because the dry time is significantly more than the solvent-based products. So if we do want to do that, we can do, but be careful not to do too big an area, that dries and is too dry before you start to wipe it off. Now holes are starting to appear in this film. I can see here. Anybody who can catch the reflection in the light there will see that. So take your drying cloth. Once you see those holes start to appear, you can actually spread the film around. And these water-based products are designed with wetting in mind, so they do have materials in there that will ensure the film spreads nice and evenly. And whatever surface of mould you're talking about, whether it be composite or metal, you can get a beautiful even film. And I can feel this is quite a slick product, and I can feel the surface of the mould is quite slippery straight away. Not a lot of effort's required. You can see I was just gently pushing the material around. When we come to put coat number 2 on, you will probably see much more beading up of the film. That's normal. So anticipate that. When you put the second coat on, the film will break more rapidly. Just take your dry cloth, spread it around and make sure it's even. That's all you need to do. As I explained, it does seem rather crude, but water-based products compared to solvent-based are certainly not as good at wetting surfaces. But wetting is a spreading phenomenon, and water does not wet by itself very well. So there's lots of additives in both these products to ensure that the products spread and wet as best as possible. But we assist it with the dry cloth by spreading the product around and making sure it's got an even film. Okay, and that really is how to use Chemless 2191 and Zyvax Departure.